Hello and welcome. Today, oh my goodness, I am so excited to invite you to meet and to get to know our guest. We are reviewing Healthy, Sexy February today with Natasha Taplin. She gets
Ooh,
jazzed. Hello, Natasha.
hey, Michelle.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's a sunny day, so all's
Oh,
good.
yes. And you're coming in from Georgia, right?
Yes. Sweet Georgia, hot Atlanta.
I love it. We've got some nice sunshine coming in here in Denver as well. So I like it. We'll just keep that sunshine and energy going.
Yep, we're moving into spring, so
Yes. Well, I want to first just thank you for saying yes. I'll let the community know. I asked Natasha to come and speak to us because we are gearing up for Healthy Sexy May because it truly is my goal to have as many people walking in health and walking in confidence into this next summer. And I think May is the perfect time to perhaps examine some of our habits and to see where we can just tweak some things to feel the best that we can. So, with that said, community, those who are tuning in live, feel free to ask your questions in the comments. Put in your comments in the comments. We definitely want this to be a chat. We want it to be a community conversation. And I just can't thank you enough for saying yes, Natasha. And before I jump in with any questions, I will admit, full disclosure, I feel actually a little nervous because you and I haven't talked about this. Like I sent you some potential questions, but
Mhm.
I have no idea what you're about to say.
I know, I didn't tell
Oh.
you. Ah.
um, welcome, welcome. And hello to Wani. I love seeing that you made it. So glad you're here. I love that you are in our circle and in our community. I was just saying that with Natasha, she joined us in February for our Healthy Sexy February. We're now gearing up for Healthy Sexy May. So if anybody is interested, of course, head over to michellefox.com/group coaching. But let's just jump into the question. So, first things first, Natasha, what was one of your biggest takeaways when you think back to us working together, either just working you and I and or working in the group? I want to know all of it.
Okay. So I would say my biggest takeaway, just because I'm still doing it, is to make changes slowly so that it's not like a diet. It's more of a lifestyle change. And so one of the biggest things I got out of Healthy Sexy February was to do things in a way where you can do it for life. And I didn't do a lot at the same time, and I'm still on that road. And to this day, I still have my veggies stored properly in my glass jars. I have no plastic in my kitchen. I may have one or two pieces of plastic, but all the plastic is gone from my kitchen. And it's not like I miss it or anything. It's just a natural thing that changed over the course of February that is still with me now. So small lifestyle changes is my biggest takeaway.
Ah,
Still have all these goals, but I'm like, I'm a real goal setter, so I have to be careful not to try to set too many goals at once because then I get defeated because I can't do it all at one time. So slow and steady wins the race.
I love that. And also, I'm hearing that you're listening to your intuition too, because I mean, you're grown. We're all grown on this call. Like, you know the habits that you've had over the years. And so to be able to say, okay, I'm going to take these small steps to make sure it's lasting, looks like that's working for you.
Oh,
So,
I didn't think about it like that. That's so true, right? I've been doing
yes,
something for a lot of years. And
right?
if I can undo the habit in a few months, that's not bad, I guess.
Exactly. Hence another reason why I always refer to you as one of my star students. So, well done. Well done. Well, so you said the glass jars are some of the new habits that you took on. Are there any other habits that maybe you examined and perhaps now you're doing things differently?
If I think about the things that are still relevant in my life every day that started in February, um, like I said, it is the veggies and storing in the jars, but I still follow the recipes that you gave. I still go back to the method of checking in instead of checking out. Like that's a good one. And sometimes I check in with myself and I'm like, oh, I didn't even really realize I was feeling that way. So checking in. What's something else I do regularly? Oh, the little post-it note with the message of the day. Sometimes I have it hanging in random places, and my husband's like, okay, you have everything you need. So,
I love it. Amen.
yeah.
And yes, ma'am. Yes, you do.
I didn't try to do everything because I said I'm going to do another healthy, sexy month, right? And work on something else. So I'm looking forward to May and if you have any others during the year, because I think it works to do it slow and steady to make the changes in your life.
I completely agree.
Mhm.
And related to that, it's been kind of a slow, I don't even want to say on the DL because it's not on the DL. I've got a page up for people who are interested, michellefox.com// Nourish. We're starting a group coaching program, but more of a membership and a 1 month coaching check in. So that might be something that could be supportive. Um,
Oh,
but of
that might be
course, you're
better.
more than welcome to join our Healthy Sexy Makes. I think you'll get a lot out of that too. But just for you and for those who are listening, that there is that extra layer of support that we're offering up as
Is it
well.
the same where there's a Facebook community and a portal access and all that?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I wouldn't say same, I would say similar because what's a little different is you won't have as much access to me as we did in the Healthy Sexy, because in that it is, as you saw, way more intense with the daily check-ins, the weekly
mhm.
group coaching sessions, and some of the homework. But with the monthly membership, it's um, I would say a lot more affordable, but it's only going to be that 1 month of group coaching. But it also will be a very active Facebook community where people can share recipes. We'll have some guest speakers come in. Like I said, I'll be doing that once a month group coaching actually on Tuesday evenings. We're starting, I'm looking at my calendar right now. May 17th will be our first group coaching session. So just something to consider. But
What days of the week is the May Healthy Sexy gonna be?
Great question. So that's going to be Thursdays at 5:30
Okay.
Mountain Time. But with that said, similar to Healthy Sexy February, every single session will be recorded and then uploaded into the private portal and also uploaded into the private Facebook group. So we will not leave anybody behind.
That was really handy. I listened to several videos in my car while I
Oh,
was driving
good.
or waiting in the parking lot for my son who has no schedule, I guess.
Right? Except for yours. He's like, no,
Right,
you're,
exactly.
you're in charge. Yay, that makes me so happy because it truly is my goal to get this information in your earbuds. And everybody in our community is just so busy. Like, I cater to the busy professional because that's how we operate. A lot of us are moms, a lot of us are in corporate, a lot of us are starting our own business. And sometimes, actually, a lot of times, sadly, I think nutrition gets pushed to the back of the closet. And so if I can get into your earbuds, make this information accessible, like you said, when you're in the car, sometimes I listen to podcasts when I'm like doing chores in the house or walking the
Mhm,
dog. So
mhm.
I'm glad to hear that that was accessible for you.
Yeah, and it's amazing what we can prep, especially with produce. It may seem like it doesn't take a lot of time, but it really does take a lot of time, and I know that because of the time it cuts down. And so it's not like this last minute thing like, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna make?" Because I've already pretty much prepared it, I just haven't cooked it. And we've all heard of meal prep before, but there's something about slicing and dicing and jarring up the produce that makes all the difference. Where yeah, and it stays fresh if you store it right. So I just think that's
Right?
yeah. I went out of town once and I stored my carrots and they lasted like 3 weeks in the
Yes.
water.
Yes.
And they stayed crispy. I was like, I never knew that. So
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Yay for happy carrots. That means that translates to happy bodies.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
And you mentioned your son. Do you have other children in the house?
Not anymore. My
Oh,
son, my youngest one who's still home, he's 16.
okay.
Um, he likes to eat anything. He's an athlete, so he just burns calories like an engine. And so getting him to eat healthier is not hard at all. He just likes to eat.
I love that. He's like, "It's there." Well, and it sounds like you've made it more accessible for him to grab
Uh-huh.
the good stuff now, as
Mhm.
opposed to maybe some of the other choices that are out there.
Mhm.
I
Something else that I eat a lot of meals alone just because my oldest one, he's usually gone, and then my husband works, and so most of the meals I actually eat by myself, so it's not too difficult, um, as it was, when I had smaller kids, because 'cause you're always trying to figure out what are they gonna eat, what are they gonna snack on, and so, it is a lot easier with the prep for other people as well in the house, even though we don't necessarily eat all of our meals together.
I am loving that. And does anybody ever jump in and help you with the prepping of the
Oh,
veggies?
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a family thing. I can't I, the carrots, I said, "I'm gonna go all out." I think maybe it was a 10-pound bag? It was a lot of carrots, where
You
I
go,
used it out
girl.
of my tall vases to store them. It was a whole family thing, like, yes, it takes some effort when you do it all at one time, but I have yet to do all that prep by myself. Especially to remove it out of the plastic that it comes in, you don't realize how much um, of your food comes in plastic. And so you got to do that whole unwrapping process and storing it properly. So, yeah, it's a family affair. It is not me chopping alone.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I think I'm gonna invite you to come in as a special guest to teach us, because I have yet to have my family help, and I'm learning from you right now.
Oh, really?
That is brilliant. No, yeah, normally it's me on a Wednesday morning. So I typically do my shopping now early Wednesday morning, come
Uh-huh.
home and then I do all the veggie prep then and it's done and it's out of the way. But
Mhm.
maybe if I save it for Wednesday evening, maybe I could get more help.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of negotiate with it like, you want to eat, right? So somebody better start shopping. Like, somebody better start peeling, chopping, washing, or something. Like, you got to have one of these stations. And they're like, yeah, I want to eat. What do you need me to do? So that's how I negotiate with that.
Okay. Do we? I am seriously taking notes right now.
It's kind of funny, actually. Like, you want to eat, right?
There are going to be some changes up in this house thanks to Miss Natasha.
Yikes. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
So don't be surprised if you get some, hate mail from my teenager.
Whose idea is this?
That's a good one. Well,
This
it
is
looks like Miss
good.
Rhoda Johnson joined us. Hi,
Hey,
beautiful
Yoda.
Rhoda. Great to have you here. So, yay. So, I'm learning that I'm bringing my family in to help me prep those veggies. So, as we do gear up for Healthy, Sexy May, just curious, would you recommend this program for any friends? Like knowing what you know now from back in February through the slow changes you've made up until today, even it sounds
Mhm.
like. Could you see your friends enjoying this program?
I can, for several different reasons. Number one, it's good to have the accountability of a group without the pressure. Like, I didn't feel a lot of pressure. I felt like I had options and ways to have fun with it. So I think it's a great way to kickstart any change that you want to make in your lifestyle when it comes to being healthy, whether it's moving more, eating more healthfully, or even just having the right mindset. Like, I like the way you divided things up. I think it's a great way to kickstart, whether you're trying to get ready for the summer or whatever. I think it's a great way to kickstart a lifestyle change. Absolutely,
I
hands
love
down.
that. I'm
Hmm.
so happy to hear that.
And I have
And
tried a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of books, but it's that human element that really does make the difference. So, absolutely, I would recommend it.
I'm so glad you touched on that because I think people learn so many different ways. Like, you probably know more because you're in the education field. What is it, like the kinesthetic learning, the auditory learning, like all of that? Like, I try to reach people where they are. So I'm glad that I was able to reach you, it sounds like, with the auditory by listening in the car, but then
Mhm.
also the being in the group and kind of feeling it out. So that's huge. And then of course, obviously some people are the readers. And so I try to put as
Mhm.
many resources as possible to read without getting overwhelmed in the portal and in the Facebook group. So
Mhm.
thank
And
you
your
for doing
videos where you're actually showing, like, being in your kitchen with you, makes all the difference, right? As opposed to you just giving instruction with no kind of visual, where I can actually be in the kitchen and try it. Like your soup, if you have all the right ingredients, you can actually make it with you right there, and just pause it if you need to. But so yeah, yeah, video is everything. Everybody knows that, right? Video is everything. So
Yes, I will keep trying to up my game in that area with not only the portal, but also with social media. Because at the end of the day, I truly like whether people join my programs or not, like I want a healthier community. Because I think when we're healthier, we are kinder to each other. And this world is just a better world that I want to show up in. So thank you
mhm,
for that feedback.
mhm.
So then the vulnerable question, at least on my side, is, and I want you to be as honest as possible, no holds back. What are some things I could have done to improve the program? And you won't hurt my feelings. It'll be a learning opportunity.
Well, could have been longer. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Every time I go in my kitchen and I open my refrigerator and I have no lids for my glass jars, I say, "Where are the Michelle Fox adjustable non-plastic lids?" So if you can do that, then you got it all. That's the only thing missing from this program is non-plastic lids for the maybe 30 glass jars that I have, and I have the lids. So I'm doing all kinds of tactics. Aluminum foil, sometimes saran wrap, but don't let it touch the veggie. Like, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Paper bags over the
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Oh, we just need those lids.
Okay. And I
I'm
think
ordering
I
first.
found some the other day, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging and I'll send you the link. And actually,
Oh,
we have witnesses here, so I'll put it in the comments once I do find it, but I'll also make sure you see
proof.
it too.
I got proof.
So thank you for that. And I also like that you said and that you're aware that, yeah, as long as it's not touching the plastic or the foil, then you're fine.
All right.
You're fine. You're doing way better than most people. So
Okay.
again, star student.
I'm trying. I got to move on to my next goal now.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to kick that.
So, whew, okay, first of all, let me just take a breath from there. I survived the vulnerable question. Okay, great. So we are wrapping up to the masterclass, which actually, thanks to you, is how I got the subject because, and I don't mind telling on myself, one big gap that I found in Healthy Sexy February is that I asked you all to experiment and to try to release gluten. But then you pointed out, you're like, well, what is this whole thing about gluten? And so, dun dun dun. This next
Oh,
week's masterclass is all about gluten. We're going to talk about where it is, sneaky places you'll find it, why we want to avoid it, why do I even talk about it? So hopefully people will join us and learn more there. So it's michellefox.com/masterclass. I'll put that in the comments as well.
okay. Yeah,
But
that's
I'll be talking about it on, I'm looking at my calendar again, next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then the following Thursday. So I've got all the information at michellefox.com/masterclass. And of course, we'll have the opportunity for a Q&A session to talk about Healthy Sexy May as well. So I know plenty of people have questions about, is it right for me? Is it the right time? And of course, we all know there's never going to be the perfect time to take care of ourselves, except for now. Like now is the right time to take care of ourselves, right?
right.
So wonderful. So those are all the questions I have. Is there anything else you wanted to share?
Um, no, I hope to cook in the kitchen with you one day.
I would love that. In fact, next time you're in Denver, let me know. We could have a lot of fun in this kitchen.
Okay, deal.
All
Deal.
right, sweet. And then where can people find you?
You can find me on all things Sister Biz online, on our Facebook page, or join our private group. It's at Sister Biz on all social media, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. That's where you
Love
can
it.
find me.
Love it, love it, love it. And then again, to the community, come join the conversation for the masterclass. next Tuesday or next Thursday or the following Thursday, just head to michellefox.com/masterclass. So, Natasha, thank you so much for saying yes. I honestly appreciate your time. I know you've got a lot going on right now. So, sincerely, thank you for saying yes. And thank you for saying yes to your health.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hmm.
Anytime.
All right. Well, we will talk soon.
Okay. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.